So I wanted to come on and share something that came through to me earlier this morning, this rising. And yeah, I'm just going to share what I wrote and go from there. So it was along the lines of being a healer, more so being a healer within the family. And there's like a lot of conversation with what it means to be the healer and almost like the black sheep, and kind of be the one who recognizes that there are things that I guess you can say have been swept under the rug, have been ignored, and you're the one who's kind of gotten that rug taken from beneath them and is like trying to find stability and support on the ground. But to really be the healer in the family is healing. Like, once you heal all that you were born into, all that I guess you can say is structured within your DNA, you're able to see the light and like see the beauty of almost how that passes down. It's like literally, if it's almost like the timeline or has shifted. Once you completely heal, everything shifts. Like, people within your family shift. Or maybe it's just more so like that energy that was within you that saw the opportunity to be healed has been neutralized, and it's not being like recognized by like the members, or it's not being triggered anymore because it's no longer there. And it's truly like seeing everything in real time. Like, I'm thinking of like, I saw a video during Christmas time when you get presents for your children and you're like sitting there on the couch just watch them open their presents and you're so proud. I feel like that's almost how it feels, of being the one who healed and recognizing those in your family who kind of had needed that support when they were younger, but see them heal in like present moment in real time, like just witness it. And to be the healer, like to be this person in the family who ignites this change or this transformation, it's challenging. I mean, there's no like, it's challenging. It is extremely challenging, because in the beginning it's like, why? Like why me? Like, why me? And it's like the journey of getting kind of over that. And then I guess you could say seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're like, okay, now I know why. And like, maybe it's not even like now I know why, maybe it's just more so of I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I was the one to have been able to do this work. And some other things that I kind of have written down is, there's no avoiding the discomfort. You really got to be with the discomfort. The discomfort is, I mean, that's the healing. And it's more so the discomfort of, I'm thinking of an experience I had, of almost like being kind of healing through things, and, being born into, I was gonna say a lineage, being born into a family where like there's trauma, and that trauma has been passed on to you, and you witness, let's just say your parents kind of within that trauma, yet they're not aware. There's almost this anger that kind of arises, at least for me, kind of feeling a way of like, oh, like, why are you doing this? Like, oh, like, why are you not emotionally responsible? Like, oh, these other different things, while kind of ignoring that compassion of like, this is just your inner child. Because most times, I mean, for many of our parents, it's like they're at those moments of their inner child, maybe inner teenager, wherever that trauma kind of happened, or I want to say not subsided, but like wherever that trauma really was, like in the thick of it, like that's where they are. That's where they are energetically, or that's where they are emotionally. And it can be challenging to really hold compassion for that, because it's almost like they're bleeding onto you, because that's really what it is, in the beginning of, as you're developing this awareness of being the healer, of being the one who who has the opportunity to be responsible, you know, who has the opportunity to be accountable. And I guess maybe not the accountability, but more so responsible for yourself. And that's really what it is, being responsible for yourself and kind of what you went through and the things that you see that you need to be healed within you. It really does trickle down. And I kind of just lost look, I lost my place where I was going with that. But yeah, there is that piece of, you know, being the responsible one within the family to do this work. And, you know, you have a choice. We all have a choice. You can either do it or you don't have to do it. But there's just something, the other piece of when I said about bleeding on, in the beginning, you know, in the midst of it, yes, there is these parts that are seeping into your energetic field that cause some anger, that rile up anger. That's when boundaries come in and you set the boundaries. It's like literally a whole process of like setting boundaries. Let me do my healing. And then kind of having that awareness and compassion, conscious awareness and compassion for those who were a part of the trauma, who were also in the bond, like who was in the bond with you. But yeah, you know, at the end, it's just, you know, kind of after going through that piece of the healing journey, you know, with the family, the ending is like I said, it's like Christmas Day or something, and you've given your children presents, and you're witnessing them in their joy, because yeah, I mean, if you know, you know. But truly. And one more piece that I wrote down, you know, is that like it feels like a sacrifice kind of, you know, as, you know, spiritual beings, spiritual humans, and having this conscious awareness and knowing that we are healers and knowing that we've come here on purpose, you know, to do some work. There's this ego part that comes up, and it feels like why, like again, like why me? And it kind of does feel like a sacrifice. But, you know, I have put down, you know, that sacrifice is really like sacrificing that part of you that was unhealed. Like, it's like removing that layer, that unhealed layer, and it's like that rebirth. And another part of the rebirth, yet this rebirth is this was a intense pregnancy, I guess you could say, or intense birth. Yeah, literally intense pregnancy, to be birthed back into the world. But I'm just gonna keep that there, and I trust whomever needs to receive this receives it well, and that it was clear. And if you're in the midst, and if you're the one who is kind of the healer, or the one within the family who recognizes and sees what's going on and the opportunity to be the responsible one, all love, much love to you. And it's really like a light at the end, so many smiles, and like it's like immense, it's infinite joy in you. It's a deep feeling, because it's like, wow, like we made it. Like we made it. And that's just one piece, one part of the journey. So till we speak again, y'all, peace.